Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. O.P. Verma from Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla. Today we are going to talk on module Organization Change from paper Organizational Change and Development. After completing this module, you will be able to understand meaning of organizational change and its importance, nature of change agent and their role in implementing change, meaning of the resistance to change, various reasons for resistance to change, and the DA syndrome related to resistance, measures overcoming resistance to change. Let's start with the introduction. Organization as a word connotes different meaning to many people. For instance, from the management perspective, it is weaving together the structured relationship between groups of people to achieve organizational goals. From the sociologist perspective, it can be interaction of group of individuals. And from the psychologist perspective, it can be influencing behavioral pattern of an individual. Thus, in whole, we can say that organization is a systematic structure of relationship among different individuals working in organizations, so designed in order to aid their movement in achieving desired goals. Now, as the characteristics of the organization, we always consider that it is a dynamic process which influence and is influenced by the social system. A business working in dynamic and complex environment is bound to get affected with the change and so its organizational structure. These changes, which are challenged by the business environment, need to be adjusted with the help of efficient management system in order to face less damage. This itself calls a need to introduce a proper management system for organization change. But with the changes in the pre-existing system, many working components which are bound to get affected by the change will surely revoke the decisions. There may be many reasons behind the resistance, and overcoming these reasons is actually the work of managerial efficiency. Management can itself act as a change agent or have the option to employ in its place any external change agent for acting on its behalf. Therefore, there is a whole lot of process to be followed with due care to implement any change in the organization. Organization change. For a continuing organization, change is inseparable. If any business organization wants to stand parallel with the changing environment, it becomes imperative to adapt environmental driven challenges accordingly. An organization is confronted with mainly two types of changes. One, that is modifying organizational structures, design, strategy, objectives, goals, etc. Second, it can be changing employees' behavior. Among these two types, the second one holds a strong side for the simple reason its association with the human element. We all know that organization is mainly built with the help and support of its human resource. So, to implement any change successfully, it requires the complete participation of each and every employee. For this reason, efficient and effective management of organizational change is necessary. Thus, organization change can be categorized as a planned change, doing a significant modification in the structural, technological, as well as the human resources of the concern, so as to make up with the pace of changing environmental dimensions and achieve desired outcomes that might otherwise be unattainable. Assessing the past and current state. There is a famous saying that it is necessary to know where you are before where you want to go. An organization, before moving towards any change, needs to assess correctly that where it is standing right now. An effective management lies to assess the situation correctly, that what were the past implications and what is the present situation in the organization. For that, the management needs to reconsider the earlier vision of the organization, the reasons behind the problems, the responses of the people who are working in the organization, correctly assessing the discrepancies and evaluating the organizational competencies for making the most of the opportunity. Framing a new state. If the organization decides to continue working in the existing state and do not prefer to change according to the environment, then it is most likely to survive for a long time. Things need to be done differently with the passage of time. Framing strategy for a new state is possible only if the organization is clear enough with its vision and mission. It needs to evaluate its strengths and opportunities available in the context of the business environment. Therefore, it needs to follow some strategic criteria to design a new state, that is, the organization needs to increase the responsiveness towards the organizational change. Its structures, system, as well as people are modified in such a way that they support the easy facilitation of the required change, and most importantly, it needs to be dynamic in nature. An organizational change can well be put into place under three facilitating conditions. 1. Organization do not follow a rigid hierarchical structure. 2. People follows a collaborative practice of solving the business problem. 3. The organization has an effective and influential leadership system installed. And finally, the people are equally motivated in the direction of implementing the change. If the management is planning to take any change initiative, it cannot succeed till the time the whole organization is willing to change. The readiness can be effectively strived if the people are themselves dissatisfied by the status quo, and this area can be targeted by motivating the employees. In addition to this, an influential leadership can also be used here to carry out the change. Leaders, or say the change agent, must possess certain qualities which are respected by their subordinates. Also, management needs to reduce the strict and rigid hierarchical structure of relationship and try to establish a system of participative and collaborative work assignments. Other factors which needs to be taken care of relates to assessing the readiness for the planned change in every unit of the organization, driving out the hesitation of the individual working and give them a chance to have a voice in the decision making and problem solving. Change agent and its role. Be it an insider or an outsider, a change agent plays a dominant role in bringing the change. The role of change agent does not end up to the task of initiating the change process. Rather, it goes further from initiating to implementing and achieving success in sustaining the change. Change agent thus acts as a facilitating bond in the effective and efficient management of the change process. They behave as the real source intellect that make organizational members realize the need for change, make them see what the future conditions look like, build necessary support system, mobilize the resources available and fill the gap. To facilitate the change accordingly with what the situation requires, change agent plays a significant role for bringing any change in any organization. Change agent is someone who acts as a catalyst by assuming all the concerned responsibilities of managing change. Usually, we believe that change is always initiated and coordinated by managers who are serving in the organization. But in reality, a change agent can be a non-manager, or even sometimes management hires external consultant agency for implementing the change successfully. The whole of the change agent efforts can be summarized into 3 points. That is, initiate the change, facilitate the change, achieve the desired change. Change agent job is not only limited to initiate the change process, rather it goes for long journey unless the required change for which all the resources are diverted are achieved. For this to happen, providing a proper facilitation and support system for the change is very essential, which is mainly performed by the change agent. The role of change agent plays in managing the change process forms the very foundation of the whole process. Change agent can act in different roles according to its characteristics and according to the need of the situation. The exact role of the change agent may vary on different point of time and is dependent on a variety of factors that needs to be considered, like the forces driving the change, the capabilities required implanting the change, the skill, ability and influence of the change agent if it matches with the characteristics of others who are involved. Mainly, there are 3 major categories of change for which change agent plays a significant role. They are: role in changing structure. Organizational structure will include in itself whole of the internal structural design and functioning of the organization. The change agent will ensure that there is thorough and smooth change in the organizational structure, which also consists of authority and responsibility pattern of employees, job redesigning, departmentalization, etc. While implementing the whole process, it would also ensure that organization does not get disturbed in the regular working and remains strong in competitive upfront. Role in changing technology. These days, we are living in a technology advanced environment. Each day, technology is advancing, bringing with itself new high-tech solutions with the advantage of cost effectiveness, increased productivity, innovation, etc. With these changes, business also requires to reach out with the pace of the
upgradation, innovation would require change agents to introduce new tools, methods, equipments, etc. in time to bring automation in the working of their production process. Role in changing people. This is the most complicated task a change agent might face in an organization. Changing people means changing the attitude, behavior, expectations, lifestyle pattern, and perception of an individual, which will certainly require a huge effort. Here, the change agent is far more concerned with applying the various organizational development techniques like sensitivity training, team building, consultation, intergroup development, etc., to make sure for the employees that they being benefited simultaneously in the process of bringing change. Resistance to change. Why do employees often resist change with their employing organization? Why they refuse to accept something new and different? Whenever organizations try to implant any change, every employee which is going to get affected by the change would positive as well as the negative effects of the change critically. If the employees perceive that the change is going to threaten their current comfortable position, then it is most likely that they will resist the change. People might resist for some parochial self interest, misunderstanding, lack of trust, and low tolerance to change. Causes for resistance to change. Every change in an organization is not resisted. If there is any change which is required for the survival of the organization itself, then people employed will surely accept and implement the change with less complacency. But if the organizational modifications seem unnecessary, then the decision to change is most likely to get resisted. The major causes for resistance can be insecurity and uncertainty. Employees working in their usual environment have with them some kind of security and certainty about their job. But when any change occurs, they resist for the simple reason that they are unable to clearly judge the after effects of the change in their work. A kind of insecurity prevails in the mind of people which are going to get affected, which become a reason for their resistance. Habits. It is a kind of psychological cognitive cause. Employees, especially the high age group, becomes usual with their working pattern and style. Any change, if introduced, is eventually resisted for the simple reason that employees form a habit of doing their job in a particular manner, which when get disturbed motivate them to resist change. Job complexities. Most of the people want their job to be done in simple manner. Adding any complexity in the current working pattern would surely receive resistance from them. Most of the times, when employees are confronted with the situation of adding of tasks to their existing work, they usually show an indifferent attitude towards performing. Fear of losing power. Employees working in the higher level want their esteem needs to get fulfilled. If any change related to their position is implemented, they feel offended. And if the change is going to get their authoritative position hampered, then the organization is sure to see resistance. Fear of losing economic benefits. With the technology advancement, and automation, the whole 10-step process has been reduced to only 5. A single machine is performing 100 workers' job in less time. Computerization has been evolved, facilitating administrative work. With all these changes taking place frequently, employees team up and resist adapting changed technology in order to protect their economic benefits. Fear of losing expertise. There are experts in organizations who have specialization in their particular fields. If their expertise is being replaced with the superior cost-effective alternative, then organizations are bound to see revocation from them. Fear of losing established social relationship. Working for a considerable number of years together, it is imperative that informal group or organization is formed, which are directly or indirectly fulfilling the social needs of the people employed. When these groups are confronted with the change which is going to dislocate the members of the group, then it will be faced with resistance. Difference in assessment. Sometimes organizations are confronted with the problem of misunderstanding, which occurs among some employees. So, lack of proper communication on the part of change agent can be a reason for employees to take the change from wrong perspective, different from the perspective of management.
The DADA syndrome. Besides the different causes of resistance to change discussed above, change agent must realize an important thing, that organizational members can become trapped in the DADA syndrome, that is denial, anger, depression, and acceptance. This is a syndrome, is a sequence of stages through which individuals can move or in which they became trapped when they are confronted with unwanted changes. Denial. In this stage, individual working in any organization ignore the current changes and completely deny those changes which does not get with them. Anger. In this stage, individuals facing the undesired change become angry about the implemented change and also with the change agent implementing change. Depression. In this stage, individuals face emotional and psychological lows which can also be seen visible in their working. Acceptance. Finally, in this stage, they accept the reality of the situation and try to make them fit with the situation.
These are the possible stages an individual working may get confronted while dealing with any change in the organization. But here, a pertinent thing to mention is that not all individuals who experience this syndrome move through all of the stages sequentially. Some, however, remain in a certain kind of stage, say anger or depression, which may result in negative consequences for them and the organization. Thus, the change agents must remain aware of the DADA syndrome and to tackle the problem, the factors arising, the causes for resistance must be diagnosed and addressed first. Measures for overcoming resistance to change. Changes are the necessary part of the working of every organization, irrespective of the resistance to that change. When managers want to implement change which is essentially required and are further confronted with the resistance. In that case, creating a proper strategy is important. Human resource, that is, employees, are the one who at last become the change agent, converting the decisions into reality. So, in order to overcome the resistance coming from the employees, following measures can be applied. Provide complete information. Manager need to develop a proper communication channel for overcoming the resistance that might cause disruption in the change process. It is necessary that management initiate proper efforts on their part to effectively communicate the need and logic behind the change. Management requires giving clarification to each and every suspicion in the mind of those who are resisting. This can be done with the help of discussion, memos, group meetings, reports, etc. Building credibility. There is always a conflicting situation among management and workers about the organizational benefits. Both the groups hold misconception about each other. Even if management wants to apply changes for the benefit of the employees, they evaluate the initiative from negative perspective. So building mutual trust and credibility among management and employees is very essential. Ensuring participation. The effective method to implement any change is participation of all the stakeholders which are going to get affected with the change. Participation in the decision making ensures non-resistance to change. Obtain commitment towards task and management is benefited with the meaningful contribution also. Thus, ensuring participations can prove to be an effective remedy. Resistance can also be removed by allowing for negotiation. It becomes necessary when the resistance comes from the powerful sources composed of considerable number of employees. In that case, exchange something in value can reduce resistance. Manipulation. Change is always supported by some driving forces and revoked by some resisting forces. So the task which is left to the management is that it must try to identify the weak resisting forces which can be manipulated easily and transforming these forces into the driving forces. Counseling. The management can initiate for opening proper counseling session for the employees who are resisting. These employees can be provided with the satisfactory solutions for their problems individually. Coercion. The last measure which is left with the management is to apply coercion. If from any above mentioned method remains successful, then management is most likely to resort to punishment technique or lockout as a measure so that they weaken of the resisting forces.
Let's summarize what we have learned in this module. Organization change is a planned change which is intentional as well as goal-oriented in nature. If the management feels the forces for implanting change in contrast with the present working environment is necessary, then the initial step in this direction would be making a collective efforts, ensuring the presence of all the employees. It is essential for the organization does not only comprise management alone, but it also has human resource working at the operational levels. So in order to make any organization change, firstly, the management needs to communicate and make employees aware for why the change is required. While doing this, management might get confronted with many reasons for resistance to change. But there are always solutions to overcome the resistance and making the change happen successfully. Thank you.